is the Sunday before council meeting, and I am here in the council office to review the agenda one last time for tomorrow's meeting and make sure I have all the questions answered and or submit it to the city manager so that I have all the information I need prior to. Just kind of do a brief recap of what's going on in the meeting. Looks like there's going to be a young lady from Cesar Chavez Junior High that'll be leading the pledge at tomorrow's council meeting. So I'm really happy to see that was passed and that is working very well. So looking at the catalog, there are a few things that we will be discussing that I want to bring to your attention. Now, the first thing is regarding the appointments to commissions and boards. As you know, there will be an opening at the end of the year. It's like I'm hoping somebody applied. I haven't heard a record. Again, we won't hear until the council meeting what has happened, and from there we'll make a decision. The planning commission, a planning commissioner, right now we currently are scheduled to meet twice a month. They've been meeting about once a month, and even that, because development is so slow right now, they haven't even been meeting then. But they kind of review and make recommendations when it comes to the land use. So is this best for commercial? Is it best for residential? How do we meet state guidelines when it comes to our residential housing developments, or arena numbers when it comes to HUD or housing urban and development? They have certain numbers that they want us to meet every year when it comes to development and city bonuses, approval, even down to the landscape. Does this conform with state and municipal codes? And so they kind of oversee all of that, just to making sure that the developments do kind of align with what the city's visions and goals are. So they're just kind of nice. They help review the general plan, zoning and ordinance, review future project referrals, and obviously listen to the public. So it's kind of a key role when it comes to some of our developments in the city. Now, the one thing, there are about 10 things on the consent. The one thing when I found going through this and trying to review it is trying to read on the reports. There's a staff report that's attached. Where the money is coming from. I think that's key when it comes to our development. Is it coming from grant? Is it coming from general fund? Where exactly is the money coming from for these projects? So when I look at these staff reports, that's one of the key things I look at, is how are we developing this, and then what are the long-term impacts. So there are a few developments listed on their projects that are looking to go forward. Some of it comes down to water sustainability, some center dividing. I saw a median on here. And so these are kind of and then there's also an agreement regarding, looks like community quality of life vision. So that one is definitely something I'm going to ask for a little more detail on, as well as some of these construction projects. A couple of them I've gotten a few emails on, and that is key when it comes to us as a council. When you email me and you have concerns about something, I'm going to pull it and I'm going to ask questions. And there's questions you want me to ask, please email me, or you're free to email the questions in yourself, because I think that's important. Community engagement is key, and especially if the community is asking questions, it's looked at differently than just the council asking questions. Also on the agenda is a public hearing regarding a development on Crow's Landing Road in the West Landing development. So the West Landing Pacific Plan was built for the areas off Crow's Landing between Service and Whitmore Avenue, and so roads. So that is currently on the agenda. It looks like there's some concerns about the development, so I'm curious to see exactly what the concerns are. Just want to make sure that everything is going forward and both sides have been heard. So I think it's important when you go into discussions like that I remain neutral, because I do want to hear both sides. That way I can make sure that I'm making the best decision moving forward. Since it looks like there is two things on there. One of them is our financial statements. I'm glad that we were able to finally get 2023 balanced. I know there were some concerns, and I'm glad to see we're working on trying to get in compliance, although I'm just a little sad that we're losing our financial director. There's also an adaptation for a council donation policy. So I did read through this. There were a few things that I do have some questions on for clarifications. So I look forward to seeing how that works out. My biggest concern, again, is our budget and where we're at financially. Looks like there are two closed sessions. One of them is, looks like our employee evaluation of our city manager. So that is a closed session. However, the public is always welcome to email or make public comments. So if you do have good, bad things that he's done, things that he hasn't done, please let us know, because we're going to be having this discussion. Also on here, it looks like there's a question as well. So it looks like another possible lawsuit, which is costing us money, obviously, because that has to deal with the attorney. That said, I look forward to tomorrow's meeting, and you guys, if there's any questions or concerns or anything I can do, feel free to reach out. Take care.